When did you find out everyone in your school was in danger? I was in Mr. Anetta's history class when the announcement came over the intercom. Code red. Code red. This is not a drill. Everyone froze. We'd practiced this 100 times. Lock the door, turn off the lights, hide in the corner. Mr. Anetta immediately jumped up and reached for the door lock. Then Vice Principal Medina's voice boomed through the speaker. False alarm, everyone. Some prankster called in a fake threat. Continue with your lessons. Do not lock your doors. I repeat, do not initiate lockdown procedures. Mr. Anetta hesitated with his hand on the lock. My friend Maddie whispered from her desk. But they said code red. That's the real signal. Mr. Anetta looked confused. The VP says it's fake though. Then we heard it. Footsteps running down the hallway. Not walking. Running. Hard and fast like someone was being chased. Mr. Medina's voice came back on. Teachers, I said, continue teaching. Any classroom that locks their door will have their teacher written up for insubordination. Mr. Anetta slowly backed away from the door. He looked scared, but sat back at his desk. Everyone stay calm. Let's continue with the lesson. Sweat was dripping from his forehead, and nobody could focus. The running footsteps kept happening. First on our floor, then above us, then back again. I pulled out my phone and opened our school's parent Facebook group. My mom had posted that police were surrounding the school. They told us someone called about a weapon. She spammed my phone saying she loves me. My hand started shaking. I showed Maddie the post. Her face went white. She raised her hand. Mr. Anetta, my mom says the police are outside. Mr. Anetta walked to the window and peeked through the blinds. He gasped loudly. There were 6 police cars in the parking lot. Mr. Medina came on again. Students, ignore any social media posts. This is a routine false alarm. Any student caught on their phone will receive immediate suspension. Any teacher who initiates lockdown will be terminated. I saw Mr. Anetta's jaw clench. We could hear doors slamming somewhere in the building. Not closing, slamming, like someone was checking rooms. Then we heard something that made everyone freeze. The fire exit at the end of our hallway opened and slammed shut. Someone was on our floor. Maddie grabbed my arm so tight it hurt. The footsteps were getting closer, classroom by classroom. Mr. Anetta stood up and walked toward the door again, but he stopped. He looked at us, then at the door, then back at us. The footsteps stopped right outside our room. That's when Pete, the quiet kid who never talked, stood up. He grabbed his desk and started dragging it toward the door. Mr. Anetta, help me. Now Mr. Anetta snapped out of it. What are you doing? Pete didn't stop. My dad's a cop. He said if we ever hear code red, we lock down no matter what anyone says, even the principal. The doorknob started to turn. Everyone moved at once. Kids grabbed desks and chairs and shoved them against the door. Mr. Anetta finally joined us. Lights! Someone get the lights. Maddie hit the switch. We pushed everything we could find against that door. The person outside pushed hard. The door opened a crack but hit our barricade. They pushed harder. Mr. Medina's voice screamed through the intercom. Which classroom is refusing to follow directions? You will all be expelled. But we didn't care about his threats anymore. The person outside kicked the door. The whole barricade shook. Some girls started crying. Pete pointed to the back corner. Everyone get down. Stay quiet. We huddled together in the darkness. The kicking got more violent, and suddenly it stopped. We heard the footsteps move to the next classroom. Their door wasn't locked. We heard it open. Then screaming. Actual screaming from the room next door. Mr. Anetta pulled out his phone and called 911. We're in room 203. Someone's in the building. They're in room 205 now. Please hurry. Through the wall, we could hear chaos. Desks falling over. More screaming. Then running. The footsteps went past our door again. Fast this time. Like they were being chased. We heard police radios in the hallway. Police! Everyone stay in your rooms! Then lots of footsteps. Running. Shouting. A huge crash from somewhere down the hall. We stayed hidden for 20 more minutes until police knocked. You're safe. You can come out. The hallway was full of officers. The classroom next door was destroyed. The teacher sat against the wall with a blanket around her shoulders. She kept saying he had a knife. The police told us an expelled student had broken in with a weapon. Then came the shocking truth. Mr. Medina had just gotten the school board to cut the entire security budget last month. He'd given this big presentation calling lockdown drills paranoid nonsense and safety measures fear-mongering for profit. The board loved it. They were going to promote him to superintendent. That morning, 2 hours before the threat, he'd been on a video call with 3 other districts teaching his new model for eliminating safety waste. When the code red was called, he couldn't admit it was real. His entire career was built on saying these threats never happened. So he gambled with our lives to protect his reputation. Security footage showed him watching police arrive while telling us it was fake.